What would you do if your best friend of 10 years, the person who knew every single secret about your business, one day disappeared and took your entire company with him? Not a stranger, not a competitor, your best friend. That is exactly what happened to me. And what I did next? Most people said I was crazy, but 2 years later, he lost everything, and I had more than I ever dreamed of. Stay till the end, because the moral of this story will change how you trust people forever. My name is not important. What is important is that I spent 3 years building a small digital marketing agency from nothing. No investors, no family money. Just me, my laptop, and 18-hour days. My best friend Daniel had been with me since college. We shared everything, our dreams, our fears, even our passwords. I trusted him with my life. So naturally, when the business started growing, I brought him in. I gave him a 30% share. I trained him personally. I introduced him to every client. And that was my first mistake, because I was not giving him a job. I was handing him a weapon. For 2 years, things were great. We grew to 12 clients. Revenue hit $20,000 a month. I thought we were unstoppable. But then one Monday morning, I got an email from my biggest client saying they were moving to a new agency. The name of that new agency? I will tell you in just 60 seconds, and when I do, your jaw will drop. The new agency was called DM Solutions. The owner, Daniel Martinez, my Daniel, my best friend for 10 years. He had been secretly contacting my clients for months, using my strategies, my templates, my processes that I had spent 3 years perfecting. He even used the same pricing structure I had built. Within 1 week, 7 out of 12 clients had left. They went to him. My revenue dropped from $20,000 a month to $4,000 overnight. I sat on my floor that night and cried. But here is what I want you to remember. That floor became my starting line, not my finish line. I called Daniel. He did not answer. I texted. No reply. The man who had eaten dinner at my family's house every week ghosted me like a stranger. My family told me to take him to court. My friends said to expose him publicly. But I did something nobody expected. I went completely silent. No calls, no texts, no social media posts. And that silence, that was the beginning of his end. I spent 30 days doing nothing but learning. I studied every weakness in my old business model. I found every mistake I had made, and then I built something completely new, something Daniel could never copy because he did not have the skills for it. While Daniel was running a basic marketing agency, I pivoted to high-level brand consulting for premium clients, packages starting at $5,000 a month. Much harder to deliver, but impossible to steal, because it required real expertise. You cannot steal a skill, you can only steal a system. So I became the skill. I reached out to 3 new clients in industries Daniel knew nothing about: technology, healthcare, and law firms. Within 60 days, I had signed all 3. New revenue, $18,000 a month. Almost back to where I was, but this time with better clients, better margins, and zero Daniel. And then, completely by accident, I discovered something about Daniel's business that changed everything. One of my original clients called me, the same one who had left for Daniel. He was angry. Daniel had overpromised, underdelivered, and disappeared for weeks at a time. Clients were furious. Turns out Daniel could copy my systems, but he could not copy my work ethic, my client relationships, or my genuine care for results. He was running the business like a scam, taking money and delivering nothing. 3 of my old clients came back to me directly. They apologized. I did not need to say a single negative word about Daniel. His own actions spoke loudly enough. This is the part people always forget about revenge. You do not need to destroy someone. Just build yourself and watch them destroy themselves. Within 6 months, Daniel had lost every client he had stolen from me. His agency closed. He went back to a regular 9-to-5 job. Meanwhile, I crossed $30,000 a month for the first time in my life, more than I had ever made, with better clients, stronger systems, and lessons that no classroom could have taught me. He handed me my worst day, but that day accidentally became the best thing that ever happened to me. The moral lesson. So what is the real lesson? When someone betrays you, they are not destroying your future. They are just removing themselves from it. Do not waste your energy on revenge. Waste it on growth. Because success is the only revenge that does not cost you your soul.